Let's talk about what this new deal means for Israel and the Middle East moving forward with Foundation for Defenses of Democracy senior fellow David Daoud. Really a pleasure to have you in with us tonight. You've been so helpful throughout the conflict. I want to share a bit of sound from Ambassador Herzog talking on special report about what this deal might mean moving forward. I want to get your reaction after this.
I think the essential point to understand is that this deal was enabled by the fact that Israel significantly degraded Hezbollah over the last few months. They said there will not be a ceasefire in Lebanon unless there is a ceasefire in Gaza. And this deal now disconnects the two, and this is because Hezbollah is much weaker than it used to be.
Clearly, they're much weaker than they used to be, and that would at least appear to make a big difference for where we are today. Your thoughts? Well,
I mean, obviously, Ambassador Herzog is a diplomat. He's there to represent his government's position. I would say he's overplaying the significance of the deal and its impact on what's going on in Lebanon. Look, obviously, the Israelis have degraded Hezbollah significantly from where it was on October 8th, even more so from where it was even 2 months ago. This is why this deal is in some ways such a shame, because it's premature. There was more that could be done. And what the deal does is it does not prevent Hezbollah's regeneration. So what we could be confronting is a situation where we're under the illusion that Israel's gains will remain in place, and meanwhile we'll be heading towards a situation where perhaps in 5, perhaps in 10, perhaps in 18 years we'll be here again.
Let me follow up on that. You said it could have been broader, could have been deeper, could have done more. You mentioned the possibility of regeneration. What else are you concerned about?
Well, it's primarily regeneration, because what the deal does, and this is the mistake of Resolution 1701, which is good law. Right? This is the UN Security Council resolution that ended the last war between Israel and Hezbollah. Yeah. But it depended upon the Lebanese government to act. And this is Lebanon's responsibility under international law. The problem is that Lebanon has never had the will to act against Hezbollah, because Hezbollah is not this disconnected entity from Lebanon. It is part of Lebanon's political and social fabric. In terms of the last parliamentary elections, Hezbollah won the most popular votes out of any party. So to act against Lebanon, against Hezbollah, is to act against a segment of Lebanese society. This prevents Lebanese action moving forward against the organization. And now this deal, while it has more robust language and seeming fail-safe measures, once again primarily relies upon this Lebanese action that has never come, and there's no indication that it will come moving forward.
We heard Benjamin Netanyahu say today, why have a ceasefire now? He said, 1, focusing on the Iranian threat, 2, refreshing of our forces and getting armament, and 3, reason for the ceasefire, separating Hamas and this front. Effective strategy?
Look, I think perhaps we'll see moving forward. But what you've done now, right? If you look at Iran's regional expansionism, Hezbollah is the tip of that spear. Hezbollah is the tip of the spear of the Iranian threat against Israel. So you're giving a respite to, yes, a degraded Hezbollah, but one that has the potential to once again resurge to becoming the biggest threat on Israel's border. Now, that does not mean that there isn't significant gains to be made now that you have quiet on the northern border when it comes to Gaza.
Hopefully for 60 days.
Hopefully, but at the same time, we're already seeing movement from the international community, from the Biden administration, and from local actors to perhaps get a ceasefire in Gaza as well. Brett McGurk is supposed to be in Saudi Arabia to talk about a ceasefire deal. An Egyptian delegation was reportedly supposed to arrive in Israel to talk about hostage hostage negotiations. And French President Emmanuel Macron is already saying, well, now that we've gotten a deal in Lebanon, we need a deal in Gaza. So the gain of decoupling Lebanon from Gaza to be able to press against Hamas may just be temporary and illusory.
We're going to have to see what happens. I think I'm most interested in what the difference might be between what we're seeing now with the Biden administration versus what we will see come January with a Trump administration to be continued. David Daoud, really a pleasure, my friend. Thank you so much for your time tonight.